How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with a deck I'm nearly confident won't work, but based on our track record from recent matches, that doesn't really seem to matter that much, you know? We go into it with the expectation that it won't work, but do I want to free mull this? I think I do. Well, this is bad, but we'll keep it. Okay, so this is the Enchanter deck, and it's based off of a standard deck I was running a while back, where it was, what is this? Esper enchantments. And the ideal is that you have Spirit Sister's Call, and Spirit Sister's Call and Tameshi to kind of recycle enchantments from the graveyard. And because a lot of the Kamigawa, we're up against rats. It's kind of cancer, but ooh, I thought you were the mill one. We need another white mana so that we can find ourselves a, so that we can cast a Wandering Emperor. She would go a long way to stabilize us. Non-basic, non-creature. Sure. I have exchanged control of things I own. So this gets us to Wandering Emperor, right? Dude, I want to get some blood money off of rats. That is something I desperately desire. Trickster-God's Heist, you are such a weird enchantment. I don't know if I approve of you. I'm going to Wandering Emperor during their attack step to reduce the damage heading my way.
I've learned much during my travels. This is what you get for hurting my people.
So if I draw land, which I didn't. Let's just build up our defenses then. Because we can't afford to block with the Ornithopter Paradise. It's necessary to cast the 7-mana Wrath. Marrow-Gnawer is the game ender, right? Fear, okay. We take 12 anyways and lose. We just couldn't draw that last land. Well, that was disappointing. I do like the non-traditional Reanimator, because before Sagas were a thing, like, you didn't really have a lot of reason to reanimate enchantments, right? Because when you reanimate your enchantments, you don't achieve anything, because they're generally static things that sit on the battlefield and give you an effect, right? I'm going to keep this, because third land equals victory. A victory. You can no longer win, opponent. I win. Okay, well, that makes it harder for me to win, but okay. I was hoping that they wouldn't play anything, and that way we could just win. Wow, you are going hard with this. So you might be wondering why Thassa and Thassa, Teleportation Circle, Soulherder in the deck. The reason is if you pay 2 mana to turn a Saga into... I don't decline. I need that land for other things. I think I'm gonna pass. No, we're gonna Eratai now. I kind of want a land drop off the top. Not you. Well, I guess this is not how we wanted to do it, but it does work. We're getting stuff done. We do need to actually deal with the Scoot Swarm, though, at a reasonable time. We have so many Wrath that it should be possible. Hey, but I gotta show off an Ice Trick. That's kind of cool. So, Indestructible. Hard to get around. But turns out if you turn Elspeth Conquers Death into an enchantment and blink it, you just get to use the ability as many times as you want. 2 mana ECD is pretty good. I am going to have to wrath the board away now, though, because this is a little out of hand. Yeah, we do want to put him back in our hand, unfortunately. So you've seen the ideal of the deck. That's what we're trying to do. We are trying to +1/+1. We're trying to use blink effects to control the game. Or use blink effects to make our reanimated artifacts better than they are. Or enchantments. This deck is going to get a rehash when the next set comes out, because there's a Mycosynth Lattice card in there that turns all of your stuff into artifacts. So that way, Teleportation Circle, you don't need to go through the Xur shenanigans to get it to work. Yeah, like we are slowly accruing value. Not that one. This one. Alright, swing in for 4. Smith 0. Smith 0. You don't really need to untap anything. Did our ECD did go to the big bin. So I might Gilded Lotus recharge next turn. Gilded Lotus recharge. Get rid of that. Untap an artifact, a creature, a land. And then draw a card. It's okay to end it here. Because we can Wandering Emperor to just make up the slack. Like, Teferi is getting close to ultimating, and that's always scary. Here we go. Game 2 is a success. That sentence completely got away from me. Yeah, I don't know. Yesterday, I don't know, for some reason I thought that the 19th would be the last day of the Return to Lordran event. So I was kind of panicking, trying to make progress, and as a result of my panicking, I didn't kill any bosses or get anywhere in 2 hours. So I'm going to do some more Return to Lordran today at some point. Hopefully we still have enough time. Like, in theory, I have 4 bosses left before I beat the game. They're just a bit out of the way, and that's the difficult part. Let's kill a mana dork. So we don't really have it in a Saga. So I guess we just start ramping. Farewell is our Panic Wrath. It's in the deck because it's really good, but we don't want to really use it unless our terms are favorable, right? Because it can disrupt our game plan. If it exiles the graveyard and that's where all of our stuff is, we are sad. Let's say no to fights. Fighting is bad, and we shouldn't do it. Next turn we can play Urza and then Truth him. Wow, they are just really about this. That was the wrong thing. I guess we're trying to get more value out of our farewell. We're like, yeah, there we go. More value out of the farewell. That was the plan all along. 8 damage for 2 additional commander attacks. I'm on board. So we technically can flip an Urza Planeswalker too. We really are just avoiding pain. Well, Urza doesn't actually help enchantments, does he? That's why we're avoiding it. So this actually does it. Because when Kogla attacks, it'll target an enchantment or artifact. And whichever one it doesn't target, we animate and just make Kogla die. Well, that doesn't work. Yeah, we're just sad now. Ugh. Rough. So that was our third game. We're technically 1-2, which is better than my kicker experience, but still a bit disappointing. I'm gonna do one more game, just because we have the time. And this is a deck I like. I want it to work. It's just translating it from a 4 of constructed format to a singleton constructed format has proved a bit more tricky than I thought it would be. Like, the best build of the deck were Esper, but when you're doing that, you can have like 4 copies of the removal sagas, 4 copies of the ramp and the card draw sagas, and in those contexts, it's really easy to get your value going. Keep. We have Wrath. We have Ramp. We have Removal. We have one of our engines. That's nice. So we want to keep our engines alive. So we don't play the engine into a Wrath. Liliana's a good planeswalker, but we can avoid her for now. I think that's a Poison the Cup, if I'm being honest. No. Let's get rid of Prosper before he does anything. One mana off. What else do they have? Wouldn't be surprised to see a Goldspan Dragon, honestly. Or something equally as hasty and 5-drop. That's not what I was expecting. Yeah, that doesn't let me scry. I guess we pass and then Wandering Emperor eat it. And that way we can Fateful Absence our Prosper friend when he comes down. I think the Wandering Emperor is gonna die. I don't believe there's a protection spell in black. Yeah. 2. Teferi Time Raveler. Opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Did his static got a debuff, didn't it? Because his static in his base form prevents Foretell from actually happening. I guess this is what we're doing. Like, I have 4 mana. I don't really have options. Like, the fact that we've kept Prosper down as hard as we have is just mind-boggling. We're going up to 6 next turn, though, which is going to be nice. So this card looks really bad. As just like a 4-mana Wrath. But the way it works when you're using like a Thassa, a Blink effect, and Zur, is that you just blink your opponent's board forever. Which is hilarious to me. Our opponent conceded, unfortunately, so we'll never get to see it, but thank you so much for watching. This deck, it's a pet project of mine, so it will come back. Probably slightly better than our next kicker iteration, but that's a dig that was uncalled for, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.